and my next guest has done it all in a career spanning 60 years. He's not showing any signs of slowing down, thank goodness. Sir David Attenborough joins me in just a moment. First though, a quick look at what we can expect from this week's final episode of the brilliant Africa. That is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. That's extraordinary, absolutely. How fantastic to get so close to that beautiful animal.
Yes, well, he was born blind, right. And actually it turns out that quite a lot of, he's not the only baby rhino that's been born blind. It does happen before. And of course, in the wild, he would have been killed by a lion just like that, because he wouldn't know where his mother was, and the lion would take it. So the game warden, the people who look after the game, take this little one, and there is an operation which they can do to get rid of the blindness and restore the sight to these little babies, which they will do in due course. But meanwhile, he's there sort of not seeing anything, but he can hear and he can smell, and so and he's being bottle fed, of course. Right. And so when I crawled up to him, I was able to sort of say hi, and he makes this. Rhinos make this high little bit squeak. I mean, it's so enchanting. You think it might go whoa, but not at all. Really a very engaging little creature.
You can speak rhino, you can do anything. It's extraordinary. But you have, for all these years, for 60 years, you've opened the world to us. I grew up as a little girl watching you, and you've inspired so many people, and to be able to show the world to, look, there's you back in black and white. For goodness sake.
Crikey.
And you had to describe the colours of the animals, because of course it was in black and white. We didn't know that they were orange or yellow or green.
It was in 16mm film, and we were away for 3 months, and we didn't know, hadn't the film been processed, and you didn't know whether you got anything on it, and you would finally come back after 3 months, and people would say, I'm at Alexandra Palace, where I was to work. Where have you been? I'd say, well, I've been in New Guinea or whatever. Oh, great. But it was a wonderful world.
And now, of course, we've got you in 3D. We've got you in HD.
Yes, but also people can talk to you all the time. We can ring you up every night and say, how are you getting on?
Yeah.
Don't care for that. When you were sitting in the middle of Borneo for a couple of months, and nobody knew where you were, nobody could get in touch with you, and that was great.
That must have been real freedom.
It was really something, yeah.
Is there anywhere you've not been that you want to go to, or have you just been there?
I've just come back from China, actually.
Oh, right.
And I don't know China very well, but I hardly know at all. But I would love to have been really way out in the Gobi Desert or somewhere.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, there are not a lot of animals in the Gobi Desert, and sort of people expect you to go out there and come back with animals. If you come back and you say, I saw a lot of sand, fabulous sand.
Nah, they don't really, not really interested in that. But you have, like I said, you have showed us the world. I've always been very, very interested in anything to do with the South Pole. You did Life in the Freezer, and that was the first time really that we saw the amazing penguins, that we saw the ones that lived the emperors.
Yeah.
And that was astonishing, because it was almost like a drama. That was the thing about that.
It is a huge drama.
Yeah.
It is one of the most extraordinary dramas in the natural world. Yeah, that's why the penguins are left there. The males are left there with the eggs on their feet, poor souls, to prevent it from freezing solid, and the females go away and leave them for the winter.
It's incredible,
tough being
isn't
a gentleman emperor penguin.
It's not the easiest job in the world, that's for sure. But that again, that focuses people's minds and makes people want to keep animals, because it makes us so passionate about it. And it's you've done such a lot.
Well,
to
you can't expect
people
to care about the natural world unless they see it.
Indeed,
they?
Yeah.
And the fact is that more and more of us live in cities. I live in a city. I live in London, and so to that extent, more and more of us are getting out of touch with the natural world. 100 years ago, you could walk out of your house and you'd be surrounded by all kinds of wildlife, but not anymore. Well, if we depend on wildlife, which we do for the very air that we breathe, and we ask people to look after it, they've got to know what it is. They've got to see it. And so that's something that television can do.
And has done so effectively, especially pioneered by yourself, because you were a pioneer back in those days when you had your baggy shorts on and you were in black and white. you really were, and still are. You look fantastic. How do you keep looking? So is it passion? Is it enthusiasm? Do you think it's that?
I have no idea.
Are you just lucky? Is it in the genes?
No, I'll tell you what it is. Luck.
Do you think?
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. I'm 86. And I can think of a lot of people who are 86 who can't walk about. And that's tough. And I can. It's not because I've lived a virtuous life. or anything really. Yeah. It's just luck.
Just like, because I mean, you know, you're saying you're 86, but you're still going strong. And please, please, please say you're not going to retire anytime soon.
No, as long as people want me to do things, I'll do things.
Oh, well, you'll be here forever then. No, you will. That's the truth. There's not many people when you come on TV. It's an event. You know, right now we're seeing Africa, obviously on Sky. You've got the Galapagos programme, which is fascinating. And it is like an event. You know that it's going to be proper. You really do. And that's something that doesn't happen to very many people.
Well, it's just luck, again, you know, being in the right place at the right time, doing the and it's a good wicket to bat on, natural history, as you might say, you know, because it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, a monkey is always interesting. A baby rhinoceros will always make you gulp, you know, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to involve with putting those kind of programmes on.
Absolutely. I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for everything that you've done over the past 60 years, and long may you continue. Thank you very much indeed.